Hey, okay, so we've got example 5 and 6 left to do on the 2 notes. Okay, so this is pretty cool because it says, and you don't have to grab some colored pencils, but it's kind of cool because it's asking you to label all of these things on this graph, okay, and then determine if it's length or slope, and then talk about what it actually is. Okay, so on f of a, all right, let's go pin right here. I'll do that in red. All right, so well, it says do blue for any length. Okay, I'll follow the directions. All right, so f of a is going to be this. All right, so it's definitely a length. All right, so let's type that in. So it's a length, and it is the y value, or value of the function, when x equals a. All right, so that's what that is. And then let's get rid of this. Move and go. Okay. All right, so then the next thing is f of a plus h. Okay, well, once again, that's a y value too. And so that's going to be right here. F of a plus h. That's right. So that is also a length. And there you go. And that is the y value, or the value of the function. That's what I'll put this time. The value of the function when x equals a plus h. Okay. That is. All right, and then the next thing is f of a plus h minus f of a. Well, that turns out to be, let's try to draw that a little bit different color. All right, so those two y values subtracted. So that ends up being this length between these two. So what could I do? I could do this. I'll just draw it right here. All right, so from there to about there, because we've got a triangle, right? Where you can calculate slope. Okay, so I'll go ahead and say this is number 3 right here. So this is number 3. Okay, and then in the blue, this was number 1. And then this blue right here was number 2. Cool. Okay, so 3 is just the difference in the y values, or again, it's a length. So let's call it what it is. So this is a length. Okay, I did it in purple. Oh. Okay, and what would it be? It's the man. I want to call it the rise of that of the slope between a and a plus h. But I guess I could just say the difference in the y values. Okay, of a plus h when x equals a and x equals a plus h. Also, it's another thing. It's y2 minus y1, right? As far as your slope, so you could say that also. All right, so then h itself is right here. So let's call that 4. Right there. Okay, and again, it's a length. All of these have been lengths so far. And every time I've misspelled length. And this would be the difference in the x values. Values when x equals a and x equals a plus h. something like that, or the run. So this could be the rise and this could be the run. And then when you put them together, then of course you have slope. Okay, but this would be the slope of the secant line, the slope of the line that contains the following points: A, comma, f of A, and A plus H, comma, f of A plus H. Or you could say the slope of the secant line. Right. And then, so where would I put that? It says to use for that a red. All right, so go pen and red, and that would be the slope right here. So, so what do I say? So it was number 5. Yeah, number 5. And so I'll just put a 5 right there. That slope. Okay. All right. And then after that, if you take the limit of that, well, then that's going to be also slope, but that's going to be the instantaneous rate of change when x is equal to a. All right. So that is slope. And you could call this the slope of tangent line to f of x when x equals a. All right. And that would happen in a different spot. So what I would want to draw is something else. So let's draw a little slope right here. Sorry, a tangent right there. And then the slope of that thing would be 6. So the slope is number 6. Okay. So really I should say the slope at that moment is number 5. And then the slope at that one particular point is number 6. Okay, something like that. All right. And then number 7 here is the exact same thing. So slope. And this one is the same as number 6. All right, there we go. All right, so that's all for example 5. It's an interesting one for sure.